Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am GrandMcLegend, and today we are going to be having a look at a tank that has been buffed, and it definitely needed the buff, and that is of course the IS-4. So the buffs that this thing got, it had an increase of 10mm of hull armor, which I think has changed this tank massively. Before the update, it never used to be able to bounce shots. It used to just be paper, of course. And yeah, now that it has the hull armor buff, it is definitely a very, very nice tank now. And it is actually worth running the freaking enhanced armor on this thing. So yeah, the IS-4, do I enjoy it? Of course I do. It is an IS-4. I mean, yeah, even before the buff, while it was a shit tank, I definitely still enjoyed it. It was a very nice tank, and well, it's just even nicer now. Yes, some people will contradict my opinion by saying like, "Oh yeah, but it was terrible. It wasn't a good tank." Well, we all have our own opinions and stuff like that. I love the IS-4. I always have done, and it is just even better now. So yeah, we are just going to have a look at the stats of this vehicle and see what it looks like on paper. So 2,450 hit points on this thing, and you do have 238mm of turret armor and 149 on your hull. I will show a couple of screenshots of the armor to the left now, just so you can see what it looks like. And you can see that the armor is pretty decent on this thing now, especially in side scraping positions. And of course you do have to try and use some gun depression to try and angle that upper plate as well. So yeah, moving on, you do have 264 meters of view range, and you do also have 39% concealment while stationary, 31 while moving, and 7 upon firing. You do have 2,800 pretty much DPM, and and that is a 9.05 second reload. So yeah, pretty quick reload. I am running this with calibrated shells because it definitely needs the more penetration, and it is very nice penetration when you do run the calibrated shells. You can run the rammer to get that DPM up to 2,930, but I do prefer the penetration just to be able to actually pen my shots. So, yeah, moving on, 272mm of an AP pen, 373 on your heat, and 70 on your HE, which are alright values. The HE you won't really get much out, but the AP can do most things. It's about 280 to 285mm a pen, I think. And of course the heat can pretty much go through everything on this vehicle. So, yeah, moving on, 420 alpha on your AP, 360 on your heat, and 500 on your HE. So, yeah, not bad values. You won't really go below 400 because it is a 420 alpha gun. So you will often do between 400 and 440 usually. Well, just on average. So yeah, moving on, of course this is a Soviet heavy, so of course it is going to have shitty aiming time at 4.2, and then you do have an actually decent dispersion for a Russian heavy at a 0.277. But of course, to get that maximum dispersion, you will need to aim your shots. So yeah, do keep that in mind. You only have 6 degrees of gun depression, which does hurt the vehicle a bit, but you do have a top speed of 44 kilometers an hour. So yeah, it is a pretty quick vehicle, not gonna lie. It is a pretty quick vehicle. You do also have the improved engine speed boost as well, so you are able to get to strong positions quickly, and you will be able to reverse out of dangerous situations if you have it. No provisions have been added on this vehicle, however, which is pretty upsetting, not gonna lie. But of course, it would probably be a bit too strong if it had gear oil as well, which is pretty dumb if you think about it. So of course I haven't got a replay for it, so we are going to go off 2 live games today, and we have a lossy player on our team, which is, I think that is a lossy player, I'm not sure, but yeah, we are going to go medium side because this is practically a heavium in its current state. And we are going to test out how the armor plays. I mean, of course, I haven't really played much in this vehicle, if I'm honest. I've only played like 10 battles in it for the update, and it is actually really nice to play. But of course, like the shitty teams, it is definitely not worth putting on a replay for it. So, yeah, we are just going to go medium side in this, and I think, oh yeah, we have got people following us, that's fine. So we have got the T-62 over here. We are just going to try out our Russian RNG over here. And you can see the T-62 is actually struggling to pen us. He's shooting heat. So it definitely shows that armor has been buffed on this thing. And we can get a nice hatch snipe onto the M6 Yo just there. So the minnow is of course trying to crossfire into us lot. And the Yo is of course, I think he's shooting heat into us. I'm not sure where he shot me actually, if I'm honest. But we are just going to go across. I'm hoping that tank there does not push now. Right, that's alright. I'm happy with that. It is a BZ-75. And he, of course, will be struggling to pen us. So the minnow is trying to push up here. We are just going to, well, try and get a nice shot into him. But, of course, it does not pen. And we are just going to leave this area because we are not going to get really that many shots out, and there aren't that many shots available. So yeah, there is another classic example of Russian RNG, and yeah, it just did not want to go where I wanted it to. So yeah, that was my bad. Nasty shot from the BZ into my side there. And we are just going to get a nice, well, we are going to try and get a nice shot into the Death Star, and of course we are just getting torn apart, which is unfortunate, I'll admit. I hope the people can deal with this Death Star nice, and we are just going to get destroyed by this E3, hopefully not. So he is staring me down. I can't really go here because he will shoot me. The BZ is now moving, or he has moved. Hoping the Marat will be able to deal with that guy. The Kranwagen is not looking at me, so we'll get a shot into him. And then we can get out of line of sight of the BZ-75 as well. And he is trying to kill me, which is not good at all. I have no idea what I should do right now. Okay, so he does low roll, fortunately. I'm hoping the Kranwagen does not get here. Please don't hit me. Okay. Okay, so we got like a couple of bounces, not many. I think we didn't block 1,000 damage, we'll say that. But the DPM's all right. Of course, if you don't aim your shot will go to space. And of course, that is basically all Russian tanks, or heavies and tank destroyers mainly. But yeah, we are just going to wait for our IS-4, and while we're waiting, we are just going to say that, well, the IS-4, I definitely recommend grinding it. Of course, the ST1 and the KV4 are shit when they're stock. I don't really know how bad the KV3 is. But of course they do all have engine speed boost. Ever since they got added the engine speed boost, I haven't used them, if I'm honest, because I have been focusing on the IS-4 because, well, it is the tier 10. And I just don't have a need to play the other tanks in this line. So yeah, I have no idea what they're like, if I'm honest, but yeah, the last time I played them, they weren't really that good. But I do recommend grinding this vehicle. Yeah, it is a bit of a laborious grind because the KV4 is really slow and it has a lot of weak points. Same with the ST1 almost. But of course, I think I skipped the ST1 because it was a bad tank in my opinion. But of course, some people out there might like it. But of course, that is just opinions. So we are going to go into another battle. Hopefully we can do better than we just did. And, of course, we are going to, well, see what we can do. So, what have we got against us? We have a 30B, a Batchat, a Death Star, a Grill, a Yak Target, an M103, and a T92E1. I am going to go left side because there are a lot more mobile vehicles than there are heavy vehicles, which is that of the M103. And plus we do have a heavy tank advantage, so that means that more mediums and possibly tank destroyers will go this way as well. So we'll just see what happens. So yeah, we are just going to go up this side, and we are going to try and spot anything across there. Nope. So I'm assuming they've all gone to the park area, which I wouldn't be surprised if I'm honest, because they do have a a heavy tank disadvantage, and they would want to stop people flanking this area. So yeah, of course, the M103 has been spotted on that side. I have been spotted somehow. I'm not sure how. I think someone's camping over there. Yeah, of course. The Yag Tiger is spotted over here. He is AFK. Nice one, T92. So yeah, I cannot remember where he was. I think he was somewhere over there. No, I've lost him. And I have no idea where he is. So we are just going to wait here because there is a grill. Who wouldn't want to shoot a grill? He's running away almost. So, yeah, it is not looking good for our Jaegeru because he is being rushed by 4 tanks right now. And we are going to just go forward and see if we can deal with this grill. Which I think will be doable. He cannot get his gun down, I don't think, which is nice, of course. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice work, Mr. Grill. Of course, I did get myself deleted in the process. We have got an M103 over... Wow. Yeah, so that just shows my perfectly bad gameplay. But you can get bounces in this vehicle. You can do well. I'm not going to wait for another game because we did have a couple of decent... Well, not decent, but... it definitely shows that you can't bounce everything, but it definitely can bounce some things in a way. Plus, you saw the armor at the start, so yeah, it definitely it's definitely a vehicle to grind now. Definitely a vehicle to grind. And, well, that is basically it on the IS-4. What do you all think of this tank? Do you enjoy it? Can you play it better than me? Because I know that I play shit in this vehicle today. And, yeah, that is basically that. Have I helped you out today? Do let me know down in the comments below. If you haven't liked or subscribed to the video already, do consider doing so as it helps me out. And join my Discord server if you haven't already. It is a new server. Within the next week or so, I will have it up and running as a fully functional server, what with like Blitz kit and stuff like that. And, yes, things like that. So, yeah, do make sure to join that. If you haven't, what was I going to say? If you want to send me your replays, to feature in the channel, you can send me them through the email linked to the linked in the description below, and I'll be happy to feature those replays. It can be anything really. OP replays, it can be like people being idiots, and I'll talk about how shit the game is with the player base. I can like, yeah, anything really. As long as like it's a replay that's decent or good, then I'll happily feature it. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, that is basically it from me. Yeah, make sure to tune into the stream on Sunday. Not sure what I'm going to be doing yet, but yeah, do make sure to tune into that stream. And, well, that is basically it from me. I've been GrandMcLegend, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.